Unapologetic Nina podcast.
My name is.
I said what I said. I said what I said. I said what I
Lena,
said. I
unapologetic
said
Lena.
what I said.
Unapologetically Lena.
What I said.
Lena, unapologetic.
Haters don't hate.
Unapologetically
Haters
Lena.
don't hate. Haters don't hate.
Unapologetic.
Haters gonna hate.
Unapologetically Lena.
Haters don't hate.
Lena.
Haters
My
gonna
name
hate.
is.
You did it your way.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey,
What's up, fellas?
what's
So,
going
thank
on?
you for everybody for tuning in. I'm very excited about tonight because tonight we're taking it back home. This is, hey, what's up? As alumni in the house. Welcome to the show. I am Lena J. This is Lena Unapologetic. First of all, I want to introduce, I call them my Professor X and Magneto. To my right, we have Beat, as in Vice President of Blast Music Media. And then down below, we have D-Ray, the producer. Just like the name says, all the music you're hearing comes from him. And I'm Lena J. So we're going to get right to it tonight. Tonight is about those of you, if you're in the audience, who've attended an HBCU, shout out your school. If you have a child that's attending an HBCU, shout that out, whatever. But we're talking about the Black college experience, which is what HBCU stands for, Historical Black College or University. I attended Winston-Salem State University, and I've invited a lot of my friends and classmates from there, as well as North Carolina A&T and Johnson C. Smith University. But before we get into that, we must discuss hot topics. I'm wanting to know if we can bring in two of our guests. We're going to bring in Carlos and KB.
Okay.
Carlos Big Los Massey. There we are. And Kevin KB Racy. Welcome to the show, guys.
What's going on?
It's a
Hey,
beautiful
going on?
night.
Hey man, you look familiar, Los. Can I get your autograph?
What up, family? What up?
What's up, man?
Hey,
What's up,
I'm like
man?
a bad ex. You can't get rid of me.
That's right. That's
You know,
cool.
I keep coming back. I keep coming back like old child support from the '80s.
Arrears, not arrears.
Coming in the rears.
Not
Yeah.
arrears.
So guys, before we get into the hot topics, let me just I want to ask you all, what is your claim to fame? I know, but I want you to share with the audience, because out of all the Rams that I know, there was a group of people, and I call you guys the special seven that I had to bring in. So I'm gonna start with you, Kate, because actually a lot of people don't know this, but your company is in the opening credits. I kind of shouted you out. Plus
Appreciate that.
Oh yes, none but love. So tell us a little bit about what you've been up to since your days at WSSU.
So, what's up, everybody? Kevin KB Bracy. So I'm a partner, and I'm the director of event marketing for a 100% Black-owned vodka company called Plush Vodka. We started 7 years ago. We're in 20 markets and 8,000 locations. We're the first premium plum-infused vodka on the market. 100% Black-owned. My partner Malcolm Hale started the brand 7 years ago. I got on board right the first week he launched it, and we just been growing. It's a funny thing, when I met Malcolm at his launch, a friend of mine introduced me to him because she had invested in the brand, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I heard you. I heard about you, and I heard you know a lot of people." So I always get that I know a lot of people. So I told him, it's not about the people I know, it's the right people I know to make it pop. So when I got down with him, we just been blowing the brand up ever since. We're not in Carolinas yet. We'll be in the Carolinas before the summer's over, though.
So you coming to my neck of the woods?
Yeah, we coming. North Carolina liquor license is kind of crazy, but we'll be in the Carolinas by the end of the summer for sure.
Hey, what's up, Sunshine? Well, I'm going to get some plush vodka for the first time, and I'm going to toast to you. Before we go on to Carlos, do we have any pictures with KB with plush vodka? I know there was one in particular I wanted to show with a recently deceased celebrity that I was very fond of. We have that?
We have everything by letter and not by person.
Okay, that's okay. We can come back. So I want to move on to there we are. Okay. Oh. Yeah. We got Mayor Eric over here to the left.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my mayor. That's my dude right there.
There's Kid. And
yes.
The man Rucker over to the right. I know he's married, but I'm just saying that's a beautiful brother.
That's my homie right there. He's a real good dude.
I feel his energy through the screen. I'm gonna leave it at that. And also we have
the hell?
D-Ray. We have Harry Belafonte Jr. Rest in paradise.
Yes.
Facts.
It was an honor for me to meet him. I actually met him at his apartment, his house in Manhattan, a few years back. Me and my frat brothers, because he's a Sigma. I'm a Sigma if you didn't know. So we met at his apartment, and the most amazing thing was to be sitting there and right across from him and just listen to him speak. Like I was in awe, just like I can't believe Harry Belafonte is right in front of me right now, and he's talking to me. Right. Like it was 5 of us that were there, but every now and then he'll swing his eye, make eye contact, and he was talking directly to me, and I was just like a deer in headlights.
I bet you.
And he also made homemade cookies, and you could tell they were homemade because they weren't perfectly round. They were all kind of whatever size they were, but he had those homemade cookies by each of our table with a glass of milk, and he set it out for us. Like he made those cookies.
It was adorable.
That was crazy. It was amazing.
See, I'm gonna have to bring you back to talk about that. Now over to your right, his microphone is muted. We've got Carlos. Carlos, your mic's muted. Carlos, aka Big Los, in the house. So from the world of entertainment, I'm gonna call him WSSU's answer to I don't know, Chris Rock. There we go. We got In the Nick of Time, current production that's going on right now. Carlos is an actor and a comedian, and when he was at WSSU, he was a football player.
Yes. Well, no, I was a student athlete.
Oh.
There you go.
But no, man, hey. Hey, man, look, man. Hey. But my name is Carlos Big Los Maxey, man. Like I said, I'm a Ramley through and through. Since school, I always have been a class clown, cut up. I always had a way with words, and I always had a way to control the crowd. So I got into comedy. Been doing clean comedy for about 20 years now. I'm the big boss of comedy. You can't mention clean comedy in North Carolina or on the East Coast without hearing my name, whatever. It's not because of me. It's because of who's in me. So I've been doing comedy. I'm an actor on an award-winning web series called In the Nick of Time. We just won an award for the best drama.
All right.
Please check that out on vpntv.com. So I'm a motivational speaker. If you need me to come motivate you, I speak at bar mitzvahs, divorces, gender reveals, child support cases, church anniversaries. If you're kicking your pastor out, I speak there too. So
No, we can't, because didn't you break up with a girl in a back seat of a car leaving a funeral? Wasn't that you?
Hey, let me explain real quick.
See what
I broke up with a girl at a funeral one time. Let me explain. Now, breakups are always awkward, and men, we don't know how to break up. We don't know how to do it. We ain't smooth. So we was at the girl's funeral for her mama. And since she was crying, I said, look, let me holler at you. I don't think it's going to work.
And it starts.
And it ain't you, it's me. So I'm going to go in and leave. But, y'all, I'm going to holler at you later. Now, that's my claim to fame.
Every time I hear that story, every time I hear that story, it's something new. I didn't know her mama had died. Dang,
Yeah,
Los.
yeah,
Los,
man. I mean,
Los, let me help you out. The next time D-Ray comes after you, you got one word to say to him to put him back in place. Book
what's
him.
that?
Book him.
Oh,
Shut up.
Book him.
okay.
Not booger, but book him. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
But thank y'all for having me, man. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
Glad to have
What's
you.
up? What's up, V? I ain't seen V since he kicked me off the show. Anyway, Larry.
You know what? Okay,
The petty is strong with you tonight, Los.
I love my people, man. I love my people. I'm
this
just playing.
strange. I was expecting this, though. I was expecting this. I love
We
it.
family, man. You know we family.
No, actually, I want to ask you about your shirt. At some point, I want you to talk about your shirt business because you have.
Okay, yeah.
But before you do that, I have a question to ask both of you.
Yeah.
Starting with you, KB. What made you choose WSSU?
Oh,
Secondly, I want to know what was your major, and are you in the field that you went to school for?
okay. So, long story short, I played basketball in high school in New York, and I was recruited by a bunch of schools, and the only one D1 offer I had was University of Vermont. I was their second recruit. So I had all my eggs in one basket because the number one guy he didn't sign. The week of the last week of signing period, the third day, he signs with the University of Vermont. So that was a scholarship that I had banked on. So now I'm scrambling for a school. A guy I went to high school with, Keith Joyner, he was already going to Winston-Salem. And he said, hey, why don't you come down to Winston-Salem for orientations, a week-long orientation. Come down and check out the school. I said, man, I'm looking for a school to play ball at. I'm looking for a scholarship. I done messed up. He said, just come down there. So I hollered at my mom. My mom's originally from Winston-Salem. So she was like, well, you got a lot of family down there you never met. Go down there, see if you like it. Meet your family. You haven't seen them since you were like 1 year old, so you really don't know them. So I went down to orientation. People Express was $39 round trip from Newark. Flew down there for orientation for the week. And what won me over, it wasn't the weather, it wasn't the atmosphere, it was all those red bones that I saw on campus. I've never seen so many red bones in my life in New York. Like I went to a Catholic high school in New York, so my school was 95% white. Catholic high school in New York. So to go from a 95% white to like a 99% HBCU and those red bones on Winston-Salem State campus, it was a wrap. I was going there. I wasn't even thinking about basketball anymore. I was just thinking about those red bones I saw. Me and Big House was cool. Me and Coach Grant was cool, but it was the red bones. So that's why I went there.
Rest in peace to Big House games. One of the best.
Priorities.
Yep.
Carlos is still laughing. Okay, Carlos, when you get yourself together.
So as far as
question two.
So as far as my major was it was a business management, more of a housing. It was like a housing management major. That was my major, but I didn't go into that field. I actually started working in Marriott Hotel in Greensboro at the airport while I was in school, and Marriott ended up being my career for about almost 30 years. I was at Marriott before I started doing other stuff. Yeah.
Oh, fascinating. Okay. I want to ask more, but I know I've got to move on. But that's interesting. Okay, and inspiring to somebody who maybe wants to change.
Right.
So, same question.
Okay. I'm gonna try to say this without getting emotional.
Oh wow.
I felt the school chose me because I came from North Greenville, which is a junior college in Greenville, South Carolina. Came from pretty much like you said, you know, I came from a white high school. We had like 3 to 5 like black girls. They really weren't that cute. I was related to some of them. Greenville, they really have, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna piggyback on my brother. It wasn't nothing about education. It wasn't nothing about the football team. I could do that. But man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. To come from a predominantly white city, Jim Crow and all that kind of stuff, but to come to the land of milk and honey, Man, when I tell you, I cut a fool on my recruiting trip. I was so bad, I got kicked out of Brown Hall. That's how bad I was.
You got kicked out of Brown Hall?
I got kicked out of Brown Hall on my recruiting trip because it was. I went into Redbone Overload. I mean, they came in all shapes and sizes. It was like a freaking. I was like, are they printing them? Or they got a machine? They were short, tall, skinny, glasses, freckles, long hair, no hair, and they was also nice. And they smelled like cinnamon, and they smelled like sugar. It was just like they was so sweet and man. But yeah, I got caught up, and it's nothing like HBCUs because you see how beautiful our sisters can be. I majored in football. I minored in gym jams and parties, and I went to class part time.
It is unapologetic, so you know what? Speak your truth. I'm not even mad at you. Speak your truth. I was aiming for a more Black excellence speech about how you the community.
The culture.
It was 100. It was the girls. 100.
But it made me feel proud of being a nice dark chocolate man. Because you think I'm sexy now. I'm very sexy now. I'm one of the sexiest people that you're gonna see, especially on this panel. But 20 years ago, but 30 years ago, it just made me feel proud to be a nice, because man, and them Rams, our Lady Rams, they love showing their appreciation to the brothers. I appreciate y'all. To all the Brown Hall buddies, alumni, okay, my bad.
We'll deal with that later.
Okay, my bad.
We may. I want to ask them about hot topics.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start off with Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. I don't know if you guys heard about this right here. During her performance, Janet smelled the unmistakable scent of marijuana, and she called the audience out. And everybody's going crazy about it. So my question to you all is, and it's just a short answer I want real quick on it if you can. Do you think that people should be allowed to puff pass at concerts because it's legal in a lot of states? Or do you think it's disrespectful because, I mean, one, maybe it could mess with her voice box, I don't know. But some people are saying she was just having fun. Others are saying she didn't appreciate it. What say you?
I went to Winston-Salem State. I was taught to mind my own business. So how about that?
I think she was having fun with it. I personally think she was having fun because weed is legal. People been puffing in concerts like forever. Ain't something that's new. So yeah. She was just having fun with the whole situation. Guess it was some good weed she was smelling. And
something like that.
Yeah, I think it was all in fun. You know what I'm saying? Now it could, like, say, if you've been a singer or something like that, it could mess with it. But no, I think she was just having fun with it. But Janet, she ain't known for her like her kind of vocal range anyway. So
okay,
well, I'm just keeping it 100. She was just she need to get on there to do your little dancing, spin around 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what we want to see. So, let's get to it.
So I'm not sure if we have time for a few other hot topics, but I want to go to the one about the squatter, because that is, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but this is kind of fascinating. So there's this gentleman, Mr. Williams, we'll call him that. And there it is. You see that house behind him?
Oh, yeah.
This house was abandoned by a upper middle class white family. I have to mention race because of what happens, and they abandoned the house. So he looked up the law. He did his research, found out that for $16, if he could basically make a plea for this house, it could be his, and he gets squatters' rights. Now they can't get him out. He refuses to leave. And I think the main issue that people are having with him is the fact that he's African American in a predominantly white neighborhood. But I guess my thing is, information is there for us to read. And if he's resourceful enough to find a way to, get a house for $16, I have no issue with it. I mean, not my circus, not my issue.
Yeah. It's the American way, right?
Yeah.
The others do it all the time on different levels. So someone found a way to get those loopholes and do it too. So more power to him for sure.
Hey, think about it. He's just doing what Christopher, I Stole America, Columbus did. He came on and saw a country that we were already here and said, hey, I'm going to squat here and I'm going to go kill these people and we're going to call it Thanksgiving. And I'm going to go over here and do this. I'm going to give these people smallpox. And so, hey, it's the American way. And there's really nothing because it's the law. You can be mad all you want.
That's right.
And it's the law. So, hey, shout out to it, man. I wish I could find a house for $16. I might go start looking tomorrow in Greensboro.
Now, let me ask you guys about this next question. Moving on. Okay, Shahura says yes. I'd like to move on to Ebony K. Williams. I don't know if you guys know about her. Y'all heard about her? And
God.
That's her on the left. Okay, we have to have this conversation. I'm going to ask you later on, too. And that's a Iyanla Vanzant over there to the right, beloved. And they had an interview where at some point, Iyanla asked Ebony K. Williams, would you date a bus driver? And she said no. And the internet lost their fucking minds. Now, I'm of two minds about it. On one hand, I think that you should date within your circle. Not to go too far into it, but I've had my share of charity cases myself. It didn't work out for me. That's why I'm divorced now. But I'm curious what you guys think. I don't think it's so much about looking down on someone. And I really do think you can find love with someone who may not necessarily match your income or maybe your education, but to be open-minded. But there's something to be said about like-minded relationships and evenly yoked, not just spiritually, but in terms of other things as well. What say you?
Don't all speak at once.
I'm trying
to no feelings or something.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that.
Because you can't put when it comes to like really finding love, and I think it's the way she said it and the tone she said it. And I understand what she was saying it, but you can't just say I wouldn't because you don't know, it could be that dude could be working on something.
Right.
And that might he choose to do, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we can't do that because you kind of X out a whole part of America. That's just a good, hardworking brothers that come home and rub your feet, rub your back, treat you right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. It's like, that's what has happened in my opinion. We've become so consumed with what's on the outside that we never really get the chance to see what's on the inside. Because you can have all that stuff on the outside and be a creep. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick. Shahura brings up, she's coming on a little bit later. I didn't like the fact that she said that being a bus driver was being mediocre. If someone wants a career out of driving buses, that is their business. I hear that. And see, I'm going to be honest with you. My dad was a truck driver for 35 years and made good money. That's what's up, sis. Now, let me say this. I'm going to piggyback on it real quick. I didn't actually hear the interview. I just kind of read what everybody had to say about it. So I'm hearing from a lot of people, it's more the tone and just the venom that she kind of put on it, like, never, whatever.
But what she said was, I wouldn't date the bus driver, but I would date a bus owner, right? And the thing about that is, it's like I was thinking, is this the type of woman that would actually help build a bus business with a man, or is this the type of woman that wants it already done before she gets into the picture, right? This woman is not one that you want to build with, and so you got to already have it done. So yeah, I felt some kind of way when she said that, but hey, that's her.
I'm gonna hear from you, and then Veep, if we can, I'd like to bring on our next guest.
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead, KB. I'm listening.
No. I was like, yeah, she that was kind of corny what she said about when they. That was real corny. Bus drivers make good money, train drivers make good money, and they all make good money. So you can't. It's not the job; it's the person. So you're not marrying the job, or you're not dating the job. You're dating the person. So I have many people that I work with, especially in the hotel business, who are housekeepers, and housekeepers are housekeepers. When they leave the job, they dress to the dime. They got fly cars. They got all that other good stuff. But you can't judge somebody by what they do as far as their occupation.
Right.
I couldn't agree.
That's
There
right.
are some other things I could say about it too. For me, I'm like to look at both sides of things, but we're going to go ahead and cut this part. Gentlemen, I want to ask if you will join us a little bit later. We're going to have what I'm calling the Ram Pit. And if you are an old man, you know what I mean when I say the pit. So can you come back later? Yeah. Bringing these ladies and gentlemen next up for our next part.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Okay, stick around and join us for the pit. We'll get into that. Okay, thank you.
All right, let me back us up. There we go.
I'm dizzy here.
I mean, like real, like give us vertigo. I mean, for real.
That's not just me. Okay.
So listen, Lena, do you want to go ahead and do the blast artist, and then you can start fresh on your next guest?
Yes, let's do that, and then we're gonna bring in Shahura, Marcus, and Jasmine, and then ask them if they want to stick around for the pit as well.
Okay. Hang tight, guys, please. We're gonna play the blast artist of the night, of the week. Hey, we got a special guest that's going to be on blast this Wednesday. His name is Hakeem Romance.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the name of the song is called Balance.
I'm feeling it.
SOE. Hey, look. You done put some things that's heavy on my soul. So heavy I can't carry it, I lose control. Whoa, 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 whoa. Balance. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, 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 I'm back at it. I'm about to pull a big flex out. City boy chillin' with my chest out. Dust off my shoulders, I'm the best out. I'm a romantic bitch, never let her out. I'm about to act a donkey. Only if it want it. So let it until the morning. Shawty wanna take a ride on my pony. Ayy, what do we have here today? Shawty, you eatin', time to percolate. Put on your birthday suit, I like it. Something I can grab onto, yeah. I'm on, take it out, then you go up and along, take it out on you, yeah. Where you trying to go? Just say the word and let me know. I show you things that you never seen before. Just don't cross that line, I'll leave you behind disrespectfully. You done put some things that's heavy on my soul. So heavy I can't carry it, I lose control. Whoa, 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 whoa. Balance. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, 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 I'm back at it. Fresh, particular day. Fucking with a real who well. Too clean, gotta slide on the bitch. Tell her to keep dreaming, make a wish. I know you want it, babe. Hurry before it's too late. Don't keep me waiting now. Don't keep me waiting now. You can pull up, do what I say so. 50 shades of romance, you never let her go. This what you wanted, right? No backing out tonight. This what you asked for. Don't worry, I plan to give you more. Where you trying to go? Just say the word and let me know. I show you things that you never seen before. Just don't cross that line, I'll leave you behind disrespectfully. You done put some things that's heavy on my soul. So heavy I can't carry it, I lose control. Whoa, 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 whoa. Balance. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, 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 I'm back at it.
All right.
Yes, indeed.
I'm loving this Brady Bunch box right here.
Hold on now.
Welcome.
Wait a minute.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Taking all the melanin before I speak. Love it.
So
Love it.
give me 1 second and I'll let you guys take over. So if you are an independent artist, spoken word poet, or even a comedian that is looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register as an artist for free. That's blastmusic247.com, changing the industry one artist at a time. All right, guys, enjoy yourself.
Okay, so welcome to the podcast. Welcome. Good to see all the beautiful faces in the place. So, okay, first I want to say, I'm going to introduce everybody, but Corey McPherson, I'm going to ask you to stick around for the Ram Pit, okay?
Absolutely.
All right. This is my alumnus, fellow alum, Corey McPherson. But first, I want to talk to Jasmine, Shahura, and Marcus. And I'm not even sure where I want to start. First, I've got to go with Shahura because I feel like it's a game show. Who to choose next? We went to WC together, and as you can see, she is a proud North Carolina A&T Aggie. And then we're going to hear from Jasmine and Marcus, who represent JCSU as faculty. That's a whole nother part of the HBCU experience, what it's like to teach at a historical Black college. But Shahura, I'd like to hear from you why you chose A&T, and what was it like for you to go back not once but twice? And then last but not least, I want you to tell me about your businesses, because some of that business actually came from that Aggie pride, right?
Yes. Well, hello, Lena, and thank you for inviting me. And I want to go ahead and say Aggie pride. What led me to A&T? So I'm gonna be honest with you. My brother was already there. My brother's 2 years and 9 months older than me. And so I had some of the experiences of going to the games and traveling because my brother was actually a saxophonist in the band. However,
Actually, actually active.
Yeah. So, but however, I actually wanted to originally go to FAMU. Because they had such a great computer science program. However, my mom was like, well, you're only going to be able to come home twice a year because I got him at A&T and you down at FAMU. I'm not going to be, that's going to be a lot on me, even though my dad was there too, but still it was a lot. And I really didn't want to be away from my family that much. So it was no other choice. And I got letters from all different schools, but I only applied to A&T. So it was no other choice. It was FAMU. I didn't want to be away that long. So I was an Aggie. And like I said, I already was one anyway. So I entered A&T in 1989. And I was a part of the original Golden Delight. And I really enjoyed it. I did enter as a computer science major. However, I left school. It was no reason. My mom was a little upset with me. I just wanted to work. I was just like, I was there for 2.5 years. I was like, I'm just tired of school. I just really felt that way. Some of my other friends, I encouraged them to keep going and everything like that. And they did. They graduated on time. But for me, that wasn't a path I wanted to take at that time. But I always was an Aggie. That love never died, and I knew I wanted to go back and finish. So as you talked about, Lena, before, I actually, my husband and I both started back in, I think, 2018. And I am now, like I said, I always was an Aggie, but now I am a true Aggie because I'm alumni as of December 2022. Okay, Aggie Pride. And I encourage everybody, go back. And I actually changed careers. I was admin, and I heard you ask the guy earlier, were you doing what you went to school for? Originally I wasn't, and so I went back to school for environmental health and safety because I worked for Charlotte Water for the last 16 years, and what I was doing dealing with damages, it led me to safety. Okay, because I work with construction workers, and I actually train for certification, state certifications 3 times a year. So safety is very important to me. So I actually almost, even though I had some credits, I actually almost had to start over and went into the environmental health and safety field. But yes, I'm an Aggie. Uh,
you
so
for
you did
sharing.
ask me about my businesses.
Yes,
I
please.
and my husband, I'm owners of S&J's Mobile Kitchen.
Can we put that up
So
on the screen while she's talking?
and we actually travel to different festivals. We do graduations, family reunions, a little bit of everything, and we travel to Fayetteville, anything within 3 hours. We do concerts, all of those things. And then also Shoes Creations is something that I created during the pandemic. I have been sewing for many years and creating, and out of the pandemic I started sewing face masks. I was giving them out free, and then one of my friends said, well, no, you need to be making money from this, and it just grew organically. It was from face masks. Somebody said, did you make t-shirts? Yes. And then everything has just grown organically, and I have really been blessed. Yes, so
Yeah.
I really love it. And I'm picking. I just want to just say this real quick, because y'all talked about that segment about the bus drivers, and what I wanted to say is, I'm glad to have a husband that has what is growing with me. So I think somebody was talking about, I don't know if she could grow with a man. And that's the sad part about it, because when you're in a relationship, you're not going to be, most of the times when you meet
That was
person,
me.
you're not, yeah, that was you. You're not going to be where you're going to end up. Like my pastor used to say, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So to me, being a part of a relationship, I don't care if you're making 6 figures, you might want to make 7, or you might want to start another business. Yes, but if she can't see that, all she's seeing is, oh, he's just this lowly particular person, then she's never going to be able to build her man up, because I'm that woman, and I'm glad that I have a man like that. You have to build each other up, and you will grow and grow and grow. But I'm gonna get off of that.
No, you've given me an idea for a future show, so thank you for that.
Okay.
May have to bring you back, because we have too many wonderful guests. I could talk to each person singularly. Okay, I'm going to go over to Jasmine and Marcus, and I want to hear about the Golden Bull experience, about what it's like to be professors at Johnson C. Smith University, which is in my hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Well, we have to do a JC.
ASU.
We have to.
Represent. Thank you both for being here, Marcus and Jasmine.
Absolutely.
Hey, Lena, what's the chicken place on Beatty's Ford right there?
Don't go there.
Oh, okay.
I have a horror story with that, but that's for another episode about how I almost beat down some workers at that church's chicken. But we're not gonna get into that because I found and he don't want me to talk about that. So please go ahead.
Okay. Well, for me, my parents went there, so JCSU was home, and I'm from Charlotte too. I went to West Charlotte, right down the road.
WC.
Yeah. And so I teach there because, it reminds me of my dad, my mom who's still living. Meet so many wonderful kids. They end up becoming your babies. And every time you say, okay, I'm done, it's a new batch of kids that come. And so I think that's what keeps us both there. It's the relationships. There's nothing like HBCUs and building those relationships. And sometimes it's not just the classroom. It's what happens in the office. It's what happens on the block. It's what happens outside of those academic things, because these students, especially post-COVID, they really need you. There's lots that's going on from mental health and relationships and any type of relationship. And they really need someone that they look up to. You become an auntie, you become a big sister. I come home exhausted every day, but then I go back and I do the same thing every day. So it really is a love letter.
Thank you for
Marcus,
sharing that. I've had the pleasure of meeting some of your students. They adore you. Always a pleasure to come on campus. That's another conversation, but thank you for sharing what it's like to actually work with these young people. Mm-hmm. So Marcus, now I understand you're a new professor at JCSU. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So my life is a story. I'm talking about from being homeless, being poor, being divorced, and having to build everything back up. Kind of some of the things that our kids, 90% of our kids are going to go through as young Black adults in life. I don't know about the divorce part, because I hope it lasts. I want it to work out, but I know the reality of how it could be. But to bring not only the academic perspective, but the personal life perspective of being young, being Black, and being able to teach kids that you are in the same position that you were in 15, 12 years ago. And just having that experience with them and having them bring me back, being an alum of the university, and really not having a clue that I was going to be there teaching. I had a professor tell me years ago, like, hey, you're going to be back here one day. And I was like, nah, I got other plans that I want to do with my life. But lo and behold, I'm right back at the university teaching, and it is the greatest thing that ever happened to me in my life.
Wow.
I've done some great things, but being at the university has put a new focus on my life to put those kids in the positions that they want to be in. Some of those positions that I've been in. I mean, I can speak from being in the music industry, doing songs with iconic artists, and having to bring that experience back to the university and giving them the pathway of where to go and what to do.
Marcus, let me ask you this. I'd like to invite you back for a future show because I want you and Corey McPherson, who's right above you in this Black Brady Bunch box, as well as D-Bay, the producer, because they also have degrees in music and work in the industry, and let the three of you guys chop it up on another show. And then I want Jasmine to come back because I have a whole nother episode I want to do with Robert Corbett, attorney at law.
Not my
we'll
brother.
talk about that. And then Shahura, I need you to come back with your husband Franklin, if that's possible.
Okay.
Talk about couples who work together. That's an idea I'd already had about doing before the whole A&T thing. So if he's willing, I'd like you both to come back and talk about what it's like to make it work. How many years you been married?
This is year 11, I think. Yeah.
I want you to share on that. But yeah, come back and talk about being an entrepreneur and about okay, I don't know who that is, but that was funny. But so we're going to go ahead and bring in the Ram Pit. So I want to thank you all three for coming. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Shahura. This is sincere when I say I want you to come back. I'm really hoping you will, because I'm enjoying this experience, and what I'm learning is there's not enough time to say all that I want to say. So please come back.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Lena. Thank you.
Thank you, all three of you. Okay, so Corey, we're gonna go to you, but we're gonna also bring in Yolanda Lonnie Blackwell. We're gonna bring in Lonnie.
It's about to be a party up in here.
That's what I need. Just bring in the Ram Pit. Okay. Do we have everybody? Okay.
Do I need to do a cheer? What's up?
No, come on. Just
do it.
Seriously.
Do it.
Oh,
Corey, what's good?
Man,
Corey, what's good, fam?
That's how we start the pit out. Right there.
Oh man, Big Los, it's about to be ignorant. It's about to get ignorant.
Man, this ain't
Corey.
It's already ignorant.
Me and Corey got history.
He's never go nowhere but south. I'm telling you right now. The meme war
Me and
between
Corey
me
got
and
history.
Lowe's, the meme war between me and Lowe's is historic.
Well, I know those red bones y'all been talking about.
I was waiting.
You surely was. You surely was.
Lena, you might just take your hand off the steering wheel. This.
Yeah.
Just take the brake hose out, man. We going downhill.
I should have known better. I have to ask. Okay, so Corey, I got to start with you because you're coming.
What up, Corey?
Yes, sir.
And I want to know. Tell us a little bit about your music ministry, because I know you're a music teacher, but I also want to hear about McPherson Media.
Well, the main goal and the main purpose is just that there's so much music locked up inside that I just want to get it out. At this point, and it's funny how we start prefacing our sentence with at this age. It's kind of crazy to say that now, right? At this age, XYZ. Right. It's just there's can be some money involved. You know, people might lease a track, buy a track, but I just want to get good music out. My music to me is good. People like it, they don't. I just want to expose people to what I have in my brain. And then also at the same time, I do website, construction, video editing, I do DJ, so there's a lot of other things that I still do. And under that umbrella of McPherson Multimedia, it's just a one-stop shop. I mean, I can build the web page, have the music for your spots, your jingles, and so I'm just a one-stop shop. And self-promotion has been the only way I've gotten through. So when I did the daily doses, that was 163 straight days.
Oh, we love those.
I miss them.
Those dope.
But we're hoping we're going to work together, and we'll talk about that after the show. Now, speaking of music, I'm going to go over to DJ Tim Miles, and then we're going to go to Lonnie because she has a very special announcement that I need her to make before we end this show. You know what I want you to talk about. So, DJ Tim, tell us a little bit about basically what you majored in at Winston-Salem State and how you turned this into a career now. Because I know you work for the radio station.
Actually, yeah, absolutely. I majored in mass communications. I actually came in 1991. I actually came in the year before that for high school orientation. And actually, Stephen A. Smith and I want to say Africa Perry were working at the radio station there in 90.5. So those, and we all know where Stephen A. is at right now. So that was kind of the motivation for me to come in and come in as a mass communications major up under Dr. Sadler, Dr. Blunt, Dr. Sin in the Hall Patterson building. So right now I have a podcast that's going into my second season on Spotify through Anchor FM. It's called the Big Group Show Podcast, which a little bit of multimedia, a little bit of new music showcase, talk about current events, definitely. And shout out to Lena J, yours truly, for actually putting together my artwork for my logo. So big shout out to the Ramley for that. So that's why I'm still in the vein of that. And actually right now I'm kind of nurturing my son, who just got a full scholarship, the Full Sail Recording Academy. So he's actually right now doing it online, and he'll go to Orlando to he's going to do composition and engineering. So yeah, man, just passing along that legacy, and it's been a wonderful thing for me. So I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
That's what's up.
I just wish I had another hour.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You do. Trust me, they coming.
We can buy you another hour, if you really
you did. We take over. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I want to get this list. Lonnie, I need you to tell us what you've been up to since your days among the best cheerleaders in the CIAA.
What a rich legacy we have for everything, sports related.
Yes.
Like Tim just mentioned, Africa
education
and Stephen A. I mean, we just have such rich legacy from our university, and for me to be a part of it, it's just. I feel like we all took whatever steps that we needed to take to get there. And now that we have what we got, which is what our motto tells us, is that we enter to learn and we depart to serve. So now I just want to serve on a broader level. I was always kind of behind the scenes with my giving. And right now I'm out in front with my giving. So I am a candidate for Miss Alumni for 2023, and I am out here working really, really hard scholarship money for our students that we don't want to be in the same situations that I have to say I'm a 5th year super senior. So it took me 5 years to finish Winston. And I graduated with Stephen A. I was a mass comm major as well. So I know all of those people very, very well. But, and no, I'm technically not working in that field, but I'm a center director of a community center. And I feel like I'm always out in the open, whether I'm leading PSA to give to the media about what's going on, or I'm the spokesperson for what's going on at my rec center. So whatever that is, I'm still like the face and out in front. I'm not on nobody's television, or I may not be on a radio station, but I am always doing my public service announcement in my public relation.
Not yet.
Please vote for her for
not yet.
Alumni.
So we don't vote. It's all about fundraising. So this is a contest, and it's 2 of us, me and Yvette Darden. the two of us are the Miss Alumni candidates, and then it's 3 gentlemen that are Mr. Alumni candidates. So the 5 of us are all raising money for the National Alumni Association's only fundraiser that they do. So this fundraiser itself bring in over $100,000 collectively from all the people who in the past have run for this particular contest.
I love your passion for our alma mater. I mean, I just have to say that.
Thank you.
You are the face of the school, and I think.
Thank you for having me, and I appreciate you allowing me to be able to share that. So thank you so much.
That's another conversation. I'm trying to say, I have these questions that I have to ask y'all. So I've got what I'm calling the Hall of Fame. And I have a list of names that when I call them out, I'm curious your thoughts on it, okay?
All right.
If you remember them. Okay, we'll start with this name. Bumpy.
Shout out to Bumpy and Bickett Hall.
Shout out to always needing a ride to church.
My God, man. Bumpy.
Shout out with his supersonic ears.
Somebody up.
Yes.
Come on, Bumpy.
Yeah. Right. That's the whole phrase. Come on, Bumpy.
Hey, come on, man.
Come on, Bumpy.
I need the breast in the leg.
Oh, man.
Hey, Los, come on, Bumpy goodness.
Hey, what was your boy on life?
Story to share. He always has something
funny. Eat your cornbread.
Very little.
You gonna eat your cornbread?
Yeah.
No. Your boy, don't go cross that gun line. Don't cross that gun line, boss.
Gun line, boss. I ain't nice like boss.
Hey, Bumpy was a company man, boy.
Oh man, Lena. Oh man, you started off. Oh man. Oh my gosh, Bumpy.
Bumpy was a carrot.
Oh my God.
Man,
wow.
Owner of the church's chicken.
I'm afraid to name this one, but I have to put it out there. Marcus Marquisha.
Oh my gosh!
I took it back.
That's Lions
Oh God!
Like I said, I think that was before my time. I think that was before my time.
Are you recording this?
Can I tell a quick story? So I'm a freshman fall of 1990. I'm a music education major. Music theory is the 8 o'clock class that I have. I walk in, and at the window, I see this statuesque figure in a mini skirt with some pumps, and I'm like, who the hell is this in my class at 8 a.m.? Turned around, it was Marquisha. I was like, ah! And I remember to this day, Miss Burton, God rest her soul, Miss Burton, I walked out and I said, I can't go in there. And she was like, wow. I said, do you see how he's dressed? I'm from High Point. We don't have that in High Point, or at least I've never seen it. She looked at me and went, hey, you want to be in the music industry? And walked away.
Wow. Let me tell you this, since you're hanging out with the Rams for tonight, Marcus Marquisha, I don't know if I'm proud of this or not, but I think it was kind of cool. He was a white man that walked around campus by day as Marcus, but by night he put on a Janet Jackson wig, and I'm not joking about the Janet Jackson wig. So I remember that talent show, and became Marquisha. And here's the cool. He was in Brown Hall.
Lived in Brown Hall. Yeah.
That's that's what I was gonna ask. Is he like a Brown Hall Bunny Hall of Famer?
Now,
that was before my time.
Hold on.
That was before my time. I can't even answer that.
Los, you can testify. Hold on, back to Tim. Proud to. Now listen, I gotta take the floor on this one. I remember when they were playing spades out in the lobby in Brown, and he came in, Marcus. We got a white dude on camera. We had Dino Pellegrinis. He was Greek, so he was white. We didn't care about He came back out in Marquisha. Every spade game stopped.
Wow.
Every spade game. And then when somebody got him mad, he was down in front of Atkins trying to tell everybody business.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
No, he was telling everybody. That's
All
what I'm like,
the
is this recorded? Is this gonna be recorded? I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I just
Yeah, he was before my time. But I heard stories though.
Before my time.
hammer. Good night.
He's around Digkin and all these other football players, and nobody laid a hand on him.
He had so much.
Well, what I heard, hands was late. Never mind.
He had so much in his brown royal bag that he could pull out at any moment, and he was free. He didn't say it ain't about him say nothing. He was like, "What you gonna do?" He would just say like, and I know.
I mean, she was the bravest person I ever seen on campus to live at Brown Hall and dress in drag.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Was
Trailblazer. That's a trailblazer.
Was about that life.
That is definitely a trailblazer.
He used to drive my boy.
I bet you Marquise got a lot of skeletons in that closet, right?
I bet.
Oh,
I'm not surprised that she has not written a book about her experiences.
KB, I'm telling you that.
Because I done heard some things.
Me too.
Yeah.
Nobody, untouchable. You hear me? Could say what, do what. I dare you. All I got to do is open my mouth, and it was.
I remember.
Now, let me ask this.
Man.
We have to bring this up. Shahura and anybody else listening, we must discuss the Brown Hall Bunnies. I need someone to explain. Okay, long before this Hulu documentary that's coming out about Freaknik, there was the legend of the Brown Hall Bunnies. Now, I've been there because my boyfriend lived there, but that did not make me a bunny. I was a girlfriend.
Right. Me too.
Thank you, Lonnie.
Okay, question.
Lena.
Is a bunny somebody that was sneaking into Brown Hall? Is that
What'd you say, Los?
I don't care how you gonna dress it up or make it sound sweet. If your man was in Brown Hall and you came to Brown Hall, whether you came to Brown Hall before visitation or after visitation, unfortunately, you are inducted into the Brown Hall Alumni Bunny Association.
If you heard that back door squeak, if you heard that back door squeak at least once,
Hey,
if you ran into somebody in the laundry room.
I think that's a different category because I was Lena, so I was on the second floor in the same room every time that I was bunnying.
And Corey,
right? Yes, right. So during the documentary, y'all names be listed the same way. Brown Hall Bunnies.
I see a Brown Hall Bunny goodness shirt.
Oh my goodness!
Bunny hot.
First episode. Side middle door.
Look,
Brown Hall Bunny shirt.
Like I say, Bunny's hot.
Bunny's hot. And some hop to different floors. Some hop to different floors within the same night. Because I'm not gonna list no names, but some women love to change positions on the football team. Pause.
They like
You had the bunnies that want to
Some will go from an offensive lineman. Some will go from an offensive lineman to a wide receiver, all in the same night.
Hold on. Let me interject for a minute. Disclaimer, Los. You do understand that you're talking about women that are now devoted wives and mothers. Okay, so tread lightly. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
tread lightly.
Y'all, I remember the first time I put on Facebook about the Brown Hall Bunny Association. I got an inbox that said, "Los, please don't tag me in that because I might get in trouble."
No, you did. That did not happen.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
In parentheses in front of it, it was the infamous. You said Brown Hall Bunny. It was like the infamous.
Yeah.
Listen. The hoodie breakthrough came through during that time. everybody that you saw wear the hood. Scuffing along that rock.
Sweatpants.
Zipped up hoodie.
Lena,
like this. Like this.
What color was your hoodie, Lena? What color was your hoodie?
It was West Charlotte color. That's what it was, Los. It was West Charlotte color.
You can't press the host now.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
You can't press the host, bro.
You said WC right here. It said WC
okay.
right
Well, yeah. Well, Miss Lonnie, what color was your hoodie? Like,
my hoodie was black, and I'm gonna give you a story too, because y'all brought up a Bumpy story, and you know how he was one of the Brown Hall, like I don't know, police. He called himself.
Yes, he was.
Call himself always being around, and I had to play it off one night like I was a dude coming out of second floor room with my hoodie on and walk by with my little pimp walk like what up?
Looking like your mom. Walk up in there looking like your mom.
Hey.
He ain't said nothing to me this day about it, so I don't think he knew it was me. So he ain't never said nothing to me about it.
That was the key.
I got a story.
That was the key.
I am president of Moore Hall at the time. And my boyfriend, I wanted to sneak him into my room for the weekend, right?
Okay.
A whole Mission Impossible operation. I had a girl standing in front of the mirror so that the dorm matron could not see him coming through the door. I gave him one of my ponytails, one of my church coats, a hat. David will swear by this. Then I had 3 other girls surround him so we could walk in. And because we were some smotherfuckers, and just being all like arrogant about it, they were Mission Impossible theme the whole time.
I'm on the phone with him. Yep, right now. Yep. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. FCC, right. Right. I got him. I'll talk to you later.
So, hey, y'all, let me ask y'all this. Talk about some of your experiences, man, in the old calf. Just the old calf. Some of y'all fun times in the old calf and.
Was anybody here when we had the protests against Sodexo and we sat in front of Blair Hall and protested? I think that well, I'm 88 to 92. So that probably was like maybe 89, 90. We protested against Sodexo because the food. KB, you had
that
to
was
be
89. That was 89.
And
that was 89.
Sodexo did us so wrong with the food.
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember they gave us brown bags. They gave us brown bags.
They gave us bags.
Yeah.
Brown bags. Bologna sandwiches.
If you didn't make it into the cafe at a certain time, like right at the tail end, and you play sports or whatever, we would get out of practice really late. They wouldn't serve us no food. So anyway, we sat in front of Blair Hall and protested, and they had to renegotiate the contract with Sodexo.
Wow.
I appreciate y'all doing that because it made a difference for us. Because we used to come straight from football practice.
We struggled.
I was a freshman. I don't remember that.
They would shut that cafeteria down. They didn't care nothing about the student
old
athletes.
Ladies wasn't trying to
and we did not get no food. We did not get dinner. You had to get dinner on your own.
Or you were
6:45. Look, 6:45. You out of luck.
Yeah, I lucked out because I worked at the Greensboro Marriott. So my man Cecil was over at A&T. So when I got off work, I dip over to A&T, eat in their cafeteria, and then drive back to Winston. I got my food.
That's why every school year at the beginning of the year, before they gave us our meal cards, I signed any name out for Clark Kent, Ronald Reagan. Remember that list we had to sign before we got our meal cards? I signed Bugs Bunny. I don't care. I took all the cereal. I took out all the bread. Put all the Apple Jacks in a bread bag. Took it back to my room. Man, I ain't trying to hear that.
I mean, they did us wrong, so I'm glad they corrected that. So,
look, two red tickets against two steaks. Remember that? We had
Oh yeah.
I got 2 tickets. Got steak and shrimp. Man, I'm not playing
and shrimp.
And then especially if we was leaving practice, if we didn't get there before the band left us no food, especially Corey.
No, we did not.
Corey,
That's right.
Corey in his section. Hey,
Yo,
man,
wait a minute.
Corey in his section. The band, they were run up the hill before we get up there and take all the food. Now you know they little. They don't need no food. Give them some juice. Go back and play your little trumpet.
Los was on a water diet, so he was just coming up there to get some crumbs and bread anyway. So he wasn't really back into this. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to transition Los from defense to H-back. So he was trying to get down. He was trying to come down off the stuff. Look, don't let me get my fork out and start hitting the bottom of my metal table.
Oh,
Get me started.
What about when it snowed and we would get the cafeteria trays and slide down the hill?
And slide down the practice field. Yep.
Yo, Ronald Beverly and them was outside throwing snowballs when they came out the side door.
Man.
Snowballers. You had to be on a snowballer.
Hey, that he
on a snowballer.
I wish Beatty was here. Oh man, look here.
Oh man, Beatty was here, man. Hey,
oh my God.
First of all, if Beatty were here, it'll get dark in here real fast. But anyway,
look, circling back.
Man, that was the biggest, darkest alpha I ever met. I was like, dude.
Circling back to the original question, I'm gonna go back to one of the memories I had the most were, like I said, when we took they had the bread, and got all that sandwich stuff out, and then when we used to sit, and I remember, I don't know why, I'm 5'11", back then I was really small, like 140 something pounds, because we had.
He really was.
I used to always.
Yeah, he was like.
I used to always try to joan on me. So like when Los was swinging on his vine to come into the cafeteria, I was like, why? How you get here like that? Ain't no trees outside that can support that weight. So I always had to defend myself. Always had to defend.
Hey man.
Always had to defend myself in the cafeteria. It was all Joan Fest.
Yo, Corey Glasses was so big. Oh, Frank, him and Lil John, they used to debate who glasses was the thickest. They used to wear the little Pepsi Cola big thick glasses, and Corey he used to look like a freaking toothpick, with some goggles on. So his eyes was always looking big. I used to be like, dude.
Los, I'm not trying to comment in this conversation, y'all. Please forgive me, but Los, I'm so proud you got that knee separation, so you won't be touching anymore when they rub. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Wow.
Hey, KB, Tim, his knees would be smoldering. You know what I'm saying? He got this little light smoke.
And I would say, and I would say this. Congratulations to him. Y'all remember him and Beatty? They started their own little cartoon. Do y'all remember this cartoon? Y'all probably don't know it was them. Y'all remember Bull Walker and was Bull Rocky and Boys call you? Rocky Bullwinkle. That was the thing behind him. Yeah.
The only man I know with dyslexic speech. Listen to him talking.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
What was
he talking in the mirror, just backwards, bizarro having his head, man. Comb your beard, leave me alone, man.
Hey, man, for real, man. I'm glad you grew into your face, man. I'm glad you grew into your face. I appreciate it. Okay, we sorry.
Oh, man.
I'm glad your skin decided to give up.
Hey, Aggie.
I'm glad your skin decided to give up.
Y'all talk about the calf and good experiences, man. My worst experiences was in the old calf. I forgot what homecoming it was, and there was a big food fight out of nowhere.
Oh yeah!
So everybody, this food flying. I see Tiny out my peripheral. I'm trying to keep what's going on, and I had a fresh pair of glasses. I don't know where this hot potato that has sour cream, bacon bits, everything. Next thing I know, it's right here, like my whole face, and I look back. Tiny laughing his ass off up in the cab. So my experience was kind of bad with that. I had to buy a brand new pair of glasses. Back then glasses like $400-$500, bro. Come on now.
Right.
I didn't have no Medicaid. I had to pay full price for them, man.
I wasn't in there, but I heard about it. I'm glad I wasn't in there.
Hey, Lena, I got some
The next day, they gave us brown bag lunches. The next day, after that.
Sure enough.
Hey, Lena, I got some O. Kelly library stories, but look at the time. It's time to go.
I know.
Oh,
I
man.
know.
Thank you for the hit
I was gonna tell y'all about that time I almost got in a fight with Tommy.
This is good.
Listen, let me say this. This is part one. I will be doing this again, and I'm going to do a
part one.
marching edition, Corey. So I want Swackazoid stories. I want Brass Monkey stories. I want Brass Thunder. All
On the
of
air?
that. Huh?
On the air?
On the air.
Oh,
We're gonna have to sign some paperwork before we do that.
I need
Right. There was some freaks in that band though.
The away games,
Yeah.
the bus, band bus story.
Yeah. There was some freaks in that band.
What if I try to run for office? I ain't
Hey, I got a couple of university choir stories too. Shout out to JoJo Gardner.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
that flute section. That flute section.
Hey, Los, before we leave, just make sure your shirt is right. It looks like it says Art Riley. Where the AM at? Your chest. You say Riley. What kind of shirt you? Like a
Man,
clothing company
Corey,
or something?
What you not gonna do is come up here and cover Los like that.
Hey,
Don't poke the
That's
bear,
why we
bro.
left you in the green room,
Don't poke
Corey.
the bear, Corey.
That's why you was in the green room, Corey.
all I'm saying, man, I'm just glad you grew into your face. I'm just glad you grew into your face, man. That's all I'm saying. You grew into your face. That's all
I
I'm
can
saying.
only see one shoulder, man. Why is there only one shoulder on the screen?
Hey, I'm just glad you grew into your face, man. That's all I'm saying,
Lena,
man.
you better land this plane, Lena.
Okay.
Look, all sorry, one last thing. All jokes aside, if y'all could leave some contact information, like Tim, I'd love to get on the phone with chat with Los. I'd love to sit down.
Yeah.
KB.
Yeah,
Shout out to
man.
Plush Vodka for
Well,
KB.
let's do
Shout out to
this.
Plush Vodka.
Yeah.
Guys, stick around in the green room,
Yeah.
and we can talk freely and pass information. But I have to
Okay.
say my goodbyes. So I would like to say thank you to Corey McPherson. Thank you to Shahura Lee. Thank you to Carlos Big Los. Thank you, Massey. Thank you to Lonnie. Thank you to Tim Miles. Thank you
Yes.
to Kevin KB Bracey. Thank you to Jasmine.
Yeah.
Woo, that was a lot of us on this
Did my
KB.
heart good, y'all. Did my
Yes,
heart
sir.
good. I'm telling you.
A&T, we show A&T love. Love
Yeah.
A&T.
A&T
Can
love
get
that.
2 different words
Yeah,
in
yeah.
A&T.
Yeah, I think.
Long to the Parker brothers.
Just for that food. We
We'll be
already
back
had it.
next week. Be back next week.
Yeah.
I got another big surprise for you guys. You're not gonna be ready for this. So thank you. Good night. Y'all stick around.
It might be Corey Glasses next week.
Shout out to all the Aggies that jumped on cars.
Right.
Okay,
Can you breathe in that shirt?
stick around.
Can you breathe in that shirt?
$199 Miss Winter special.
And what Veet, man? He sleep?
Hold on. He'll come back. Intro. He'll come back in.
Unapologetic.